A jar contains 4 pennies, 6 nickels, and 7 dimes. A try selects 2 coins at random without replacement from the jar. Let X represent the amount in cents of the select coins. We would like to find the probability of X equals 10 and the probability of X equals 11 cents, and the expected value or the mean of X. So this question is a little bit difficult, so make sure you follow and watch the video carefully and repeat the video if necessary. The first thing we would like to do is to construct a probability distribution table. So when we choose 2 coins at random, couple things might happen. We could have 2 pennies. In that case, X equals 2 cents. Or we could have 1 penny and then 1 nickel. Or we could have 1 nickel and 1 penny. In that case, X equals 6. Or we could have 2 nickels. In this case, X equals 10. Alternatively, I could have, let me put this away. Alternatively, I could have 1 penny plus 1 dime. Or we could have 1 dime plus 1 penny. In those 2 scenarios, we will have X equals 11. Or we could have 1 nickel and 1 dime. Or we could have 1 dime and 1 nickel. In this case, X equals 15. And last scenario, we could have 2 dimes. In this case, X equals 20. So you could see that X is a random variable that takes on 2, 6, 10, 11, 15, and 20. So X is a discrete random variable. To find the probability of getting 2 pennies, remember that originally in the jar we have 4 pennies, 6 nickels, 7 dimes. So collectively, we have 17 coins. The probability of getting the first penny will be 4 over 17. Without replacement, I will end up with only 16 pennies. And out of that 16, 3 of them are pennies. Simplify this fraction, I will have 3 over 68. Probability of X equals 6. That means 2 scenarios. First, I get a penny. So that would be 4 over 17. And then I get a nickel. So that probability will be 6 over 16. The second scenario is I get a nickel first, and then a penny. Simplify this probability, simplify this fraction, I will have 3 over 17. Next one, the probability of x equals 10. That means I have 2 nickels. So 6 over 17, 6 nickels to choose from. And once I chose the first one, I end up with only 5 nickels out of 16 coins. Simplify this, that will give me 5 over 136. Moving on, the probability of getting 11. So 2 scenario. One is, let me change to a different color. One is, I get a penny first. So 4 out of, oops, let me go back. Four out of 17. And then I get a dime. So I have 7 dimes. So that probability will be 7 over 16. Another scenario is I get a dime first. So 7 over 17 times 4 over 16. Simplify this fraction. That would give me, oh, just keep doing that. I apologize for that. Okay, let me click over here. Hopefully it will behave. Simplify this fraction. That will give me 7 over 34. So the probability of x equals 15. Once again, 2 scenario. Getting a nickel. How many nickel do you have? I have 6 out of 17. And then get a dime. That is 7 out of 16. Plus the probability of getting a dime first. That is 7 out of 17. And then choose a nickel. So that will be 6 over 16. Simplify this with your graphing calculator. That will give me 21 over 68. And let me see. Probability of x equals 20. So that means I choose 2 dimes. And that probability will be 7 over 17 times 6 over 16. Simplify that, I will have 21 over 136. So you could see that the probability of x equals 10 is 5 over 136. And the probability of x equals 11 is 7 over 36. Now the last thing I have to do is to find the mean, the expected value. So mu would equal to what? To carry out this calculation, I will need some help from my graphing calculator. Go to stat. Oh, I have to turn it on. Go to, let me get out of here. Go to stat, press enter. And I already entered the possible values for x in L1. In L2, I'm going to enter the corresponding probabilities. So the first one will be 3 over 68. 3 over 17. Now when you enter the fraction, please make sure you double check, because once you press enter, notice it returns a decimal for us. So it's a little bit difficult for us to go back and make sure that we enter everything correctly. So while you are entering the fractions, make sure you double check before you enter. 7 over 34. Enter. 21 over 68. Enter. 21 over 136. Enter. Press second mode to get out of that screen. And let me clear my entire screen. And I will press Stat, scroll to count one variable statistics. And I will enter L1, comma, L2. Enter. And the mean value, the expected value, the average is that first number over here. And let me double check. I need to round my answer to 1 decimal place. So my final answer will be 12.2. So equals 12.2. One thing, and that is the end of your calculation. One thing I like to do to double check my answer is, let me get out of here. I want to make sure I enter the probability into L2 correctly. One thing I could do is go to Math, and I'm looking for that summation. Couldn't find that summation. So let me see.